Alright, welcome to my video. Jeff K's SnowRunner Downhill Jam 2020. Where I take my trucks downhill for no apparent reason. Just as fast as they can go, let's hoon it. Alright, I like to drive fast, so we're starting out with the Chevy truck. This thing's pretty beastly. On a scale of beasts, I rate it 3 out of 5 beasts. What beasts? I don't know. So hit that going about 65 and slowed down because I missed a shift, but you know, happens sometimes, man. Let's just get right back into it. Keep going. Alright. Whoa. Where'd that rock come from, man? Just run it over. Mystery rocks. Alright, let's go. So I'm going to switch to first person here because I prefer to drive in first person when possible. Sometimes it's not because of scenery issues or just because terrain, certain types of terrain, it's harder to drive in first person. Alright, I'm getting nice and bumpy. I like to do the same thing in real life, so you'll get to know me very well. This is my introductory SnowRunner video. I'm Jeff. Let's see what truck we got next. So next up we have the International Scout. So I don't really like this truck. The only reason I have it is because as a kid growing up there was a guy on my street who had one in his yard that looked really cool. The same color combination. So anyways, you get this thing going along, and it just starts bouncing. Like Tom Mintz and Dennis Anderson would be proud, but like this thing belongs in the circus. Replace the elephants at Barnum and Bailey still exists. They killed the clowns. Sorry, clowns. So I think I'm gonna get this thing out of the way first before I move on to the next truck. It's right in the middle of the road here, so let's get it out. Candy cane, candy cane. This makes me feel like Rusty Nail. I'll go chase down Paul Walker and Steve Zahn and drive this through a motel room. This is the White Western Star, probably my favorite looking truck in the game. This thing rips, so anyhow. It rubs lotion on its skin and puts it in the basket. I love the rain. It washes everything away. It makes it clean. Horrible impressions. Get used to it. Anywho, this thing makes it down with ease and speed. Because of course, this thing's a beast. This thing's 7 out of 7 beasts. And this is like wyverns. They're like real mean, just nasty. Evil, awesome truck. I love it. Can't tell I go for the red or orange paint schemes. Just because, I don't know, I think my stepdad drove a lot of red and orange trucks growing up, and I don't know. Kind of always respected him for his trucking ability. Anywho, that one made it down, just no problem. So now we got this International Bay Star or something with a star. I don't know. Anyways, what makes these International special, even with all-wheel drive off, they're great because they have a Dana rear end and it's basically like pause traction, so it's really good. When you put them in low, it pretty much gimps this though, so if you're driving one of these bigger International trucks, don't ever put it in low because it basically means only the rear axle gets driven. And I'm not sure if it's like that in real life. I think in real life you can control the locking with switching the... Oh shit, I crashed. Oh man. See, that's what I get. Whoa. Oh, okay. Well, that's what happens when you hoon it hard. Alright, now we got the Kodiak. Spoiler alert, this thing won't get stuck. I've been a mechanic for many years and I've never seen one of these in real life get stuck and or break down. I've seen these trucks. I still see them every day. as base vehicles or flatbed tow trucks. That's what this game really needs, is tow trucks. Even in two-wheel drive, you know, no diff lock or nothing, this thing doesn't even care that terrain exists. These are just great trucks. Just go down the hill nice and fast. Doesn't even care. Doesn't even care. I think this might be the fastest. I don't know. I mean, I screwed up a little, but let me just drive over this rock. Let's drive over this one too. Doesn't even care. Keeps on going. Great truck. It's a shame that GM products have gone downhill a bit. I mean, they're coming back up the hill, but we'll see. Anyways, on to the next one. Yay, it's everyone's favorite truck, the Tega. I don't mind this truck, it's just bland interior, bland exterior, it'll go just one speed. And granted, I haven't fully upgraded it, but I haven't upgraded it at all actually. But it just goes. It's gonna get there. You're gonna get there in the Tega. The Tega isn't a beast. You can't rate it on a scale of beast. It's the beast master. And do you want to be the master, or you want to be wild and free? Well, I'm an American, so it's just not the funnest truck to drive. It doesn't have the air ride seat like some of the highway trucks do. You can see because it's not as bouncy. But you can just drive wherever. You gotta pay attention. Just point it in the direction of the marker and just hit the gas and it goes. So that's the Tega. I'm gonna take a nap now. I'm so bored with it. Alright, so this thing, the other, whatever the hell truck this is, GMC. This is, it's basically like the GMC version of the Kodiak, but I think it has like a, Freightliner rear half. It's a weird truck. I don't ever plan on upgrading. It's just a fuel truck, and yeah, I mean, it does okay if you drive it all right. But I found a bug right here, and then I tested it 3 or 4 times unintentionally. So when you have a fuel tank equipped on this and you lay it on its side, it can't actually roll over far enough to turn the vehicle off. So usually you can always winch free. But yeah, this thing's just it's having a hard time. It's a cry for help. It needs a hero. It's like Goofy. Something wrong here. Help, Lars. Well, maybe if we link to this tree, we'll be good. Oh, I don't know. What do you think, Maxie? I don't know what that's about. Yeah, okay. Moving on. This is the my crane. It's a pretty truck. It's the Ford. It's not so great. This truck, I think, has the same rear axle setup as last truck, like a Freightliner type design or something. I don't know. Anyways, she gets there. I use this as my crane truck, and you'll see why. It's got a lot of body flex, and it's really like the frame flexes, and that's actually what I kind of want with a crane. You know, I want the whole frame to flex. I don't want, I mean, it has its own issues getting through certain places, but how often you call out a big crane truck like this, you know? If I need to get it anywhere else, I'll just put it on a trailer and tow it with something else. But almost made it down that time, and then just tipped. There I am on the side. Hey, how you doing there? On to my favorite truck. This is the Transtar. This thing's a beast. It's so torquey. Cab over, so there's no chin. Leave it and auto because otherwise it disengages the Dana for some reason. I don't know, the internationals do this in the game for some reason. I kind of went a little too far to the right there. I didn't do that with the other tricks because the mud wasn't the point. But it powered through. This thing will go over anything, man. This truck and the other truck. I prefer this one because, as you see, it's trying to overpower itself. I made a video where I drove this up a wall, and it's going to be part of a full video on this truck. Because you look around, there's only like 2 videos, and they're like by big like companies like IGN and stuff like that about this truck out there. And I think this, see, I'm just hauling ass, man. Just that rock, it pretends it doesn't exist. I think aside from the Tega and the Chevy, this thing was, and I might have beat the Tega if I didn't screw up down that hill anyways. And this is the best truck I've found for pulling up hills. It'll lift the front wheels, but it'll pull anything up a hill, especially a pavement hill or a gravel hill. This is a truck. Good truck. Alright, it's on to the redos. We're on to the other International. This one's basically the same thing as the last truck, only it has a longer nose. This one was more for highway driving. The other one was more for around town, the cab over. But there's not much difference, the same Dana rear end. This one has all-wheel drive for some reason. I guess that was an option on these ones too, but I don't like the all-wheel drive so much. Sometimes I turn it off on this truck in particular. But as you see, I'm gonna get down easy the second time. I think aside from the Tega, this one took the most damage. It's fast though. Most of the time I'm off throttle though. Nope. I don't know what I hit there. Bounced. Alright, and she makes it down. So, let's see what else we got. Oh, I'll park it right next to its twin. See? Same rear axle. That Dana's awesome. I think those are the only 2 trucks that have it. So now we got the clown car again. Let's see if I can maneuver this down. Yeah, so this guy down the street actually had 2 of these. Actually, I think one was a Bronco, but the Broncos are similar, like 78 or something. I don't know, whatever Broncos. It looked similar to the Internationals, but yeah, International Scout lifted like this one. But it just sat in his yard, so I mean, it was nice. It was clean. It was like a show truck, but if it was this bouncy, I see why I never fucking drove it. I mean, we had oh, I just rolled it. Ooh, barrel roll. Ooh, I almost saved it. I'm just gonna winch it, because whatever. We had a Toyota that was rolled and then had the roof cut off. And that's what we used to tow our boat with. And yeah, it was pretty awesome. But we had a little Datsun pickup that we used. Now we use a different truck. We use a Nissan Xterra 2-wheel drive for our Scout typing vehicle, and the only time we ever ran into any issue was in snow. It will not go in snow. We also got stuck one time, but we were stuck for about 4 hours on the side of a cliff, and we ended up making it up. Oh, ooh, look, I'm just gonna set it down on the side of the other truck. But yeah, so we were on the side of this hill in Tehachapi Mountains, and we were stuck. No cell phone service. We had guns and food and all that stuff, but we ended up digging out certain areas of this steep hill that we were easily got back down, but we couldn't get back up. The map showed that the road went through, but then the map was old, so the road you know, it was fire road maps. So the road just ended, dead ended. And, well, we eventually ended up making up the hill because we let enough air out of the tires, and then I rode in the back directly over the rear axles, bouncing the whole time. Anytime that I could feel it start to loosen up, I'd jump. We made it up the hill, went and aired the tires back up, got breakfast or lunch at the worst what the hell, this thing popped out for whatever reason. I don't know why, but yeah, we made it out. We self-rescued in the truck. We were fully prepared to spend the night. This was my father-in-law. He was freaking out, but you know, he did all right. I can't wait to get an off-road vehicle of my own and go have some fun. Ooh, I need to back this up. But yeah, in my free time, what we do is go explore the fire roads. I've explored every fire road in Southern California. I know them like the back of my hands. Every single fire road, even the ones that aren't in use anymore. Los Angeles Forest, Los Padres Forest, and our favorite, which is Sequoia National Forest, because it's big. My stepdad works out here in the Tattoo Mountains and the other forest that I mentioned. He's a concrete truck driver, but he delivers concrete to all the pads for the wind farmers and the experimental stuff, and you know, so he does this in real life. So Mike, if you end up watching this video, you're awesome, man. Anyways, I'll leave you with this. It doesn't always matter which vehicle you take, like how fast you get there. It's sometimes you want to get there with style, sometimes you just want to get there, sometimes you want to enjoy the scenery. In any case, most vehicles, as you can see here, can get there. You just have to try. So I'll leave you with that, and enjoy the rest of this video. Surprise at the end, maybe? I don't know. Who knows? I don't know. I think I'm just gonna fade out. I don't know. What do you think? Should I star wipe? Fade out? Star wipe? Star wipe. I don't know if I do a star wipe. Maybe. What do you guys think? Should I do star wipe? Fade out. Fade out now. Oh, that's nice. Nice little graphic. What does it say? Oh shit. Bye.